Welcome back, everyone. It's Abdallah here with another exciting episode of Yokai Watch 3. This is a tutorial video showing you guys every single baffle board within the game. Now, some of you guys may not know where they're all at, but luckily we've got them all mapped out for you within this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was a highly suggested tutorial, so it's going to be a long one. We're not going to skip out on any detail. We're going to show you where every single one is, which yokai you need for them, and how to get every single yokai needed. So, without further ado, let's jump on into it, shall we? Let's go. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to disappear off screen and we're just going to go over this. So, right off the bat, starting off is going to be the very awesome Salty Bacon. Now, if you guys are playing this game at the very beginning, you know that Salty Bacon is part of an auto-befriend quest. So, what you have to do is you have to get him. Yes, and then of course once you get the Salty Bacon, you're going to head on over to the Amore pizza spot, and you're going to use your yokai watch in order to find our first baffle board, which is right over here. Now I do want to let you guys know that you don't necessarily have to use proper capitalization on these baffle boards. You can do all caps and it'll actually count. So keep that in mind as you guys are typing all these in. So, if you guys are not familiar with what a baffle board is, Whisper will tell you exactly what it is. There's a little quiz that's written on the board, and if you answer it correctly, then of course a yokai hotspot comes up, and you can summon that yokai for it. So, yeah, we've got to do that right over here with our good friend Salty Bacon, one of our very first Yokai Watch 3 yokai that you get within the game. So, once Whisper's done yapping, teaching us about baffle boards, even though we've already dealt with it in Yokai Watch 1 and 2, you can easily summon your very own Salty Bacon for it. So, take a look over here. It's the exact same thing. Solve the baffling puzzles, and you can go from there. Now, if you guys have not seen every single one of my episodes, you may not know what certain yokai are, but luckily in this tutorial video, we'll show you all the answers and how to spell them. So Shady Tribe, always angry, looks like bacon. So we're going to type in Salty Bacon right over there. So S-A-L-T-Y, and then you got to do the space. There is a little thing for the space. For some reason, there's no QWERTY keyboard over here, but you'll be all right with it. So Salty Bacon is going to be our answer for this one. You guys can see it right on board. And now we can summon him at any given time. Now this is part of the quest. What you're going to need to do is you're going to absolutely need this guy over here to advance the main story. So everyone has this in their game, and you guys will have to go through this. But I want to say a majority of these guys are going to be optional ones that you don't necessarily have to get, but they're definitely going to be worth your while to do so. So right over here, some of the yokai at the hotspot, walk over to it, press the A button, and then of course he's going to do his whole "come on out my friend" calling Salty Bacon, and it'll be fun. Now, I noticed in this game that we didn't get any summoning songs. That's kind of sad. Like, you would think that we would get some sort of summoning song, but no. We don't even have a summoning app. It's kind of sad, actually. Maybe they're just not ready to localize some of the brand new tribe songs. I don't know. Maybe we'll just hold off on that. But you guys can talk to Salty Bacon over here. What he's going to do is he's going to reinvigorate the pizza owner, and the pizza owner is going to make more pizzas, and he's going to make bacon pizza and everything like that. But yeah, that's it. So the next one that you're going to need is Rayo Light. You can find him in Dukesville underneath the carriages when it's sunny outside. And you're going to come over here to the North Beach in American Park and simply put his name into the baffle board, and you guys should be all set for this next one over here. Make sure you guys spell it right. Ray space O apostrophe L-I-G-H-T. So it's very tricky. Like, you don't want to mess up the space. You don't want to mess up the apostrophe. You don't want to mess up any of that. So spell it exactly like that. It's a little tricky. But anyway, Rayo Light's over here, and of course, his beloved yokai Drizelda is right next to him, but we'll get onto that a little bit later. So this is, again, in North Beach, all the way at the very top by the harbor, behind the park, and the merry-go-round, and then once you call Rayo Light over here, Rayo Light will give you the ability to make the weather sunny, which is good. So in case it's rainy, and like, let's say there's a quest that a kid doesn't want to talk to you because it's rainy or it doesn't show up, you simply put either go over to your house and sleep a couple times, or if you want that guaranteed sunlight, you can head over to Rayo Light, and he'll make it sunny for you. So that's exciting. Yeah. Easy. Next up is going to be Drizelda. So the polar opposite. Of course, can be found in Mount Wildwood in the bushes when it's raining. So a little bit harder to find because getting that rain weather is actually a little tough. So whenever you guys do see it raining, head on over to Mount Wildwood, take a look in the bushes, and you'll be able to find Drizelda over there. Uses a red umbrella. Seems a bit down and wet. Interesting. So here we go. We're going to go and show you this one. And likewise, the opposite of Rayo Light is going to be Drizelda. So whenever you talk to her or summon her on the Baffle Board, you'll be able to get the rainy conditions. And there's going to be a bunch of yokai that are exclusive to rain. So make sure that you guys pay attention to which yokai those are. And you know, who knows, you might find some stuff. Or you might find some different fish in the water. Give it a shot. See what's up.
Sprinkle.
Alright, so yeah, it makes it feel tense. No, I can't calm down unless it's raining. Yes, I need rain. Do you want me to make it rain? Then please come and tell me. I'll have it rain and rain and rain some more. Here, there, and everywhere. So that's pretty simple. So you can manipulate the weather in the game with these two yokai in North Beach. Next up is going to be your favorite yokai, Pandal. Oh, this careless yokai. Oh man, Pandal. Remember we did a Pandal versus Shogun King? That was awesome. Blossom Heights in the tucked away lot. You can find him over there. Now keep in mind, these locations, you can find these yokai all over the place. This is what the medallion tells us. So keep that in mind. Alright, so we're going to go over to the circus over in the North Beach American Park. And we'll be able to summon Pandal over there. And I'm not sure if I want to make Pandal an S rank in this game. That's going to be a tutorial for another time. But you can definitely make Pandal an S rank if you so choose. But this one's pretty interesting because once you summon him over here, you'll be able to visit the circus at night. And some things happen at night. You guys can see some NPCs or some other yokai that happen in the circus. So I'll let you guys explore what happens exactly at night. We won't spoil too much over here in this video, but we will show you guys that Pandal is summoned right over here, right outside the circus tent, and you'll be all set. Now, you guys may be wondering how does Hailey Anne have access to going in BBQ? Keep on playing the game, you'll see. So, yeah, you guys can see right over here, big tent, late at night. It just has to do something cool, leave it to me. And for some reason, Pandal allows them to forget to lock up. So Pandal's like a careless-looking yokai, so maybe when he inspirits you, you get a little careless about things, sure. And they forget to lock up. So next up is going to be Robonaut F. Ooh, Robonaut F. That is a great yokai. You can get him out of the Crank-a-kai. So yeah, throw in some coins over there. Good luck finding him. He's a rather rare catch. He's definitely not going to be one of those yokai that you get out of these circles. So lean and mean, great functionality, robot from the future. I mean, this can be lean and mean. I was totally thinking it was going to be the ultimate Robonaut, but apparently it's not. This one's just Robonaut F. So type that in there. Don't forget the space in between, and you guys can have it. Now, the Robonaut F Baffle Board isn't really that great, to be honest. You guys are more than welcome to skip out on this one, considering the fact that Robonaut F is hard to get, and this Baffle Board doesn't really do that much for you. I think this one's definitely one that you can pass on. So, as far as our comment question of the day of which of these Baffle Boards is your favorite, I don't know if any of you guys are going to say Robonaut F. We've got some really cool ones coming up, so stick around. Alright, I have no fear. Robonaut F is here. Trouble with alien invaders, leave them to me. But first, for a snack, and that means a Choco Bar. Here. Aliens, where? Go get them, Robonaut F. So, what Robonaut F does is every single time that you see him, once per day, you can get a free Choco Bar. Wow, good job. Alright, anyway, here's this new yokai named Green Gramps. He's hugging the little globe over there. You can find him in Mount Wildwood in the bushes, along with many other places all throughout the entire regions. But head on over to the scrapyard, where you fought one of the first bosses in the beginning chapters, and you will find his Baffle Board over here. Now, let me tell you, Robonaut F's Baffle Board was really, really useless, right? You don't need Choco Bar. You don't need food items in the game when Forbidden Fruit exists. So, this one over here, Green Gramps, is probably one of the most useful ones that will be in the entire video. At least it's one of my favorites, because I often come back and I use this Baffle Board every now and then. I haven't talked to Robonaut F ever since I summoned him on that one hotspot. So we're going to take a look at this Green Gramps, and we're going to put him in. When I heard about the name Green Gramps, I thought it was like a green form of Hungramps, like he got like another recolor. other than, what is that, Elder Bloom? Oh, man. Okay, so we're gonna put him over here. Tough on myself and kind to the earth. That's my motto. Oh ho ho, looks like you have some trash. That's very ecological of you. I'll recycle that trash into shiny new items, but you need a rather lot. Tell me what you think. Tell me when you think you've got enough. So this is good. So the way that you get trash in the game is after you have access to the Yokai robot vacuum cleaner, you can pick up a whole bunch of trash. That's what he comes back with. And you guys can see over here that the max limit on trash is 99. You can get all sorts of cool stuff. You can get X-Borbs, you can get medicine if you need it. Ghastly fragments is the best thing that you could possibly get with trash. And then of course you can get all these types of books that you can change your attitudes of various yokai. Hidden hits, top techniques, soul secrets, not even worth it. Starry Spangles, on the other hand, I would definitely say pick up at least one Starry Spangle so that you guys can use them a little bit later on in this very episode. So I'm going to trade the 99 max trash for one Starry Spangles, even though I already have like 8 of them or so. We're gonna grab it just so that you guys can understand what you're going to need with the Starry Spangles. So, very awesome. Scrapyard is awesome. So, right over here, this is Bananos. Now, Bananos, historically has been a very good yokai. You guys remember him in Yokai Watch Blasters, right? He's awesome. So, you can find him in East Pine in the grass. And then once you have yourself a Bananos, you are going to take your Bananos over to Mr. Zen. And remember I told you guys about the Starry Spangles on how to get that with your trash that you get out of your Yokai vacuum cleaner? Yeah, we're going to use the Starry Spangles with Bananos in order to fuse him into a brand new yokai that some of you guys may have seen before, but some of you guys this may be brand new. So it's a fusion tutorial within a tutorial, like tutorialception, yeah. So fusing Starry Spangles with Bananos, and we are going to get something really awesome.
Coco Banana.
There you have it, Coco Banana. Coco Banana. Wow, yep, that's a yokai. Yep. He's got a big old stick coming out of him. That's kind of weird. It's got to be really heavy for his neck. Anyway, so we're over here at East Pine Market Road, right behind the supermarket. And you guys can see this, has a chocolate nose, sells Choco Bananas, likes playing RPS. RPS, I wonder what that stands for. You guys probably know. Let me know in the comments, what's RPS stand for? I'll reveal it in a second. I'll let you guys guess for a little bit. Shoutouts to the first person that gets it right. So, once you have your Coco Banana, not Choco Bananos, yeah, so you can summon him over here and you can play rock, paper, scissors with him. Oh, did I already? Yeah, I did. That's what RPS stands for. Rock, paper, scissors. So we're gonna summon him. This one is, I wouldn't say, like, maybe one of the more useless ones. You don't necessarily need this. I mean, it's cool that you can buy an item from him. You can buy a Choco Banana if you really wanted to. That's like the best dessert everywhere. Like, if you guys have ever had a chocolate banana, dude, oh my gosh. There's a place that lives near me that sells like peanut butter, chocolate bananas. Oh, the best. Covered in almonds. That's like the best dessert. Anyway, we're going off on a tangent about good food. Here we go, Choco Banana. You spend $3 to buy this rare type of food in which a yokai will only like you some. So again, it's pointless, but if you're like a food collector in the game, go for it. So you can play rock, paper, scissors with him, which is kind of fun. I chose rock, he chose paper, and then I lost. If you beat him in rock, paper, scissors, he'll give you another Choco Banana. But at the same time, like, why would you need Choco Bananas for, besides feeding them to your yokai? Does anyone actually do that? Anyway, here's Tyred. Tyred is a Thai-looking yokai that you can find over here in North Beach under the cars for our next Baffle Board. So it's an E rank underneath the cars. We're going to head on over to Yapple headquarters. And this is a little bit later on the game when you have access to going in here freely. And if you head on over to the watch manufacturing area and you bring your Tyred over, you'll be able to replay the watch manufacturing game over and over again. If you want to try for a high score, or if you really enjoyed it from when you had to play the watch manufacturing game during the main story, either way, you can absolutely do it again with this Baffle Board, which is kind of fun. In spirits, those, hard at work, looks like a tie, I just want to go home. So this one's a little tricky because you have to find the dash. So, yeah, look over here and find the dash, which is right next to this plus. It's actually the minus. It's not a dash, it's the minus that works for it. There's another like line on that keyboard floating around in like the other subsets that looks exactly like the dash, but it won't work. So be very careful when you guys are typing that in. It's the dash right next to the plus, so keep that in mind. All right, so we're gonna summon Tyred to the hotspot, and Tyred is going to inspirit a lot of people, and they're gonna want to go home. Like, they're tired, dude. They already worked their 8-hour-long shift. They want to go see their whale families and whatnot, their whale kids. So anyway, so now that we got Tyred over here, Tyred's gonna inspirit everyone, and they're just about done with their day. Hey, you, there's no time to be going home. There's still work to check over, so hurry up and do it. Hurry up. Home? What? Did you say something? I might have forgotten to lock the front door, so can I go home? If you've got time for spouting nonsense like that, then hurry up and work. Might have left the air conditioning on. Today's trash day. Did I throw out the trash? I can't stop thinking about it, so I'm going home. Oh, hey, wait, you... and at a time like this, you can't just walk off the job. Hailey, she's staring this way. Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this. You've come at the right time. You're the new part-timer, right? Yeah. Now hurry up and help me check this work. Okay. So, like, we automatically get asked to go through and check this. So this is your bit. This is work. So the more you check, the more money I'll pay you. Seriously? So anyway, now you can do the checks again whenever you want to. So feel free and play it to your heart's content. I don't know if I'll ever do it, but you're more than welcome to do it. Oh man, final check was actually kind of cool. It gets a little bit harder towards like the end stages, but either way. Next up, we have Popsicle. This is a befriend that you guys are going to have to do. Downtown Springdale underneath the cars. This is mandatory, part of the main story. If you don't do this, you're going to have a hard time. Some people get stuck on this, so I wanted to give a little bit more gameplay footage on how exactly to get these yokai. When you go into Hazeltine Manor, you are going to need these two yokai in order to get out. You'll find Popsicle right in the hallways, so if you don't see him over there, walk out of the room, walk back in, and you will befriend Popsicle, trust me. He's right over in the hallways, and then once you do have him, you can actually bring him to the Baffle Board to help you move on from this chapter. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in the Hazeltine Manor the entire time. Next up over here is El Gutso. You can find him in Grumbler's Grotto, or of course, if you guys are in the lower portion of the entire area of Hazeltine Manor, you know where the jail cells are where you first started, you'll find him over there as well, so don't even worry. Even this ship sailor guy tells you exactly where the yokai is or what yokai you need in order to make sure that you guys are on board with the Baffle Board. So it's tricky, trust me, it's very tricky. So these are the two yokai that you're going to need in order to beat this part of the game. And I've seen a lot of comments on my videos asking exactly, oh, where do I get Popsicle? Or where do I get this one yokai for the Baffle Board? I'm stuck. So hopefully this video helps you out. You guys can give me a big cat smiley face emoji if watching this has helped you. Either that, or you guys can go watch my Let's Play episodes on Yokai Watch 3, and you can see exactly what I do at this specific spot. So, we've got Bubble Beth over here, who wants to, yeah, she wants to go down. She wants to absolutely, she wants the weather in the bathtub to go a little bit colder. So, yeah, we're gonna be all set with that one. So, Bubble Bath done. We're gonna chill out the room like our name is not Chihuahua, and it's going to be a fun time. So, Bubble Bath done.
Woo! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh!
Alright, so this is mandatory. The water's just right, and now sit back and enjoy a nice cool soak. Hey, what do you know? We did it. And in order to get out of the rooms, Bubble Bath is housing a key. So, of course, we're going to receive the key and go from there. So, yeah, that's the exact same thing with the other side. You'll see exactly that you'll need El Gutso for it. So, this is Treater. You're going to need the evolution of Treater. in order to move on to this next one right over here. We all start with Treater. You just keep on leveling him up, and he'll be able to evolve into this next yokai. So anyway, we're all set with that. Right over here is going to be Retreater, which is a really, really clever name, by the way. Like, it's a play off of Twitter and tweeting and retweeting, which is exactly what the yokai does. He's awesome. So you get the Treater as an auto befriend in the game. You level him up even more. He's going to evolve into Retreater, and then you can take him over here to the bakery over in Springdale. Once you have access of roaming around Springdale, of course, with your Treater. We're going to bring him over here. And this one's a decent one. Like, you don't necessarily need the Retreater for this Baffle board, but it's still helpful nonetheless in case you like baked goods and you like shopping over here. So anyway, so this dude is, he's just going to sit there, and he wants you to come in the morning. So yeah, we're going to go once the bakery opens up, and we're going to see a pretty cool little cutscene that happens with Retreater and how he's going to help out the sales with the Banter Bakery. So, of course, come on back during the morning. You can talk to him, and then he's going to start up. He's going to generate some hype about some bread. Oh, this bread is so good. I just got to upload a pic of it. I'll put, get a load of this bread, lol. It's delicious. Oh, or something. Hey, isn't this the place we saw recommended online? Sure is, let's check it out. There we go. This must be the place. Looks like, yeah, looks like it just did in the blog. Huh, I wonder if it's my blog post they all saw. Hey, do you think Retreater's got something to do with all this blogging? Totally does. Well, I can't think of no other yokai that would fit the bill. When Retreater inspirits you, your blog will storm the net faster than a wow. So pretty much, if this dude inspirits you, you're gonna be super popular online. There we go. And oh yeah, that's the lady that's always in the Everymart. I remember her. Yes, yes. So what happens now is there's so much booming business in the Banter Bakery that the lady is gonna get overwhelmed and just be really, really excited about that. So yeah, I'm mighty grateful for the patronage. Come back again from tomorrow. We're gonna have more things in stock, and they're gonna be lower in the cost of everything. So that's pretty good. I mean, at the same time, you don't really need any of this stuff inside here, which is okay. I mean, food items are obsolete now that we have access to an infinite amount of forbidden fruit. So I guess this would have been cool back in the day. But of course, I'll show you guys what the extended selection looks like. So they're having a sale, and now the limited items you can buy each day has gone up, so that's cool. Before Forbidden Fruit, I would honestly come to the bakery and I would buy out their entire selection every single day, just because you never know when you're gonna need that curry bread or the blagels. So that's pretty much it. So instead of having 3 blagels a day, they have 6. And instead of 3 curry breads, they have 6 now, and they're a little bit cheaper, so I guess you did this to help out the economy? I don't know. Next up is Push Pup. You guys can see him over here. Push Pup! Push Pup is in South Mond in the grass. You can absolutely find him there, and once you are behind the Everymart in Uptown Springdale, right over on the catwalk over here, watch out for all these random yokai, as they will be a little bit of a nuisance. We're going to find our Baffle board right over here in this spot. Now keep in mind that if you don't have the correct watch rank, you might not be able to access this fenced in area, so make sure you guys are high enough watch rank in order to get into here. So we're going to bring this brand new yokai, a Heartful Tribe, rides a mouse car and likes pressing buttons. We're going to use him over here in this particular section. So push, space, pup. It's not push without a space, pup, but it is indeed Push Pup. So he's kind of cute. I like this little designed yokai. I think he's very cute. So let's see exactly what Push Pup does. So Push Pup is here, and if you guys remember this area from the previous Yokai Watch games, there is sewer access over here. Now the entire sewer system for Yokai Watch 3 has been revamped a little bit. I really enjoyed the sewer system in Yokai Watch 1 and 2. where you can find a whole bunch of cool secrets and different areas, but that's just not the same. It's just not the same as it was back in the day. So anyway, he's gonna be pushing buttons and whatnot. Yeah, so his nose says that there's a manhole cover over there, and he pretty much allows us to open the sewers in this particular one. So a little bit later on, you guys are gonna need this access for a couple quests. So yeah, keep that in mind. And then of course, Hailey Anne will be showing her very, very strong ability to move a manhole cover, because these things are heavy, and she just slides it right out of the way. That upper arm strength is intense. So of course, you guys can see over here that there's some blocks blocking the way over in Neon Town. But of course, you guys can do that with your drill. You figure it out. Next up is Kittylumbus. You're going to need him North Beach under the cars. You can get an extra one. Or of course, you're going to be given a Kittylumbus as an auto befriend within the game. So keep that in mind. I don't believe you'll be able to give him away until you beat the game. So if you want to look for an extra Kittylumbus, that's exactly where he's at. But once you're a little bit later on in the main storyline, you can use this baffle board, which is over here in downtown Rolling Waves Park, right to the south of Sunset Mall on the beach. We can use Kittylumbus in order to revisit a particular boss battle that was by far one of my favorites in the entire game. Lolls around over here, lolls around over there, found a new continent. Interesting. Kittylumbus. Not Columbicat. Definitely not Columbicat. We got a tutorial on that soon, so don't even worry about it. So, what do we have here? None other than a baffle board for Kittylumbus. We're gonna put him over there. And, oh, that's pretty interesting. Like, if we summon him away from our bed, right? So, who's gonna be in our... Oh, that's interesting. Like, what happens if we summoned him here at night? It was the same one single Kittylumbus, and we were sneaking out at night, and then we summoned him, and then, like, our mom walked into our bedroom and we weren't there. I think the whole gig would be up. Anyway, we're not talking about that. So, as you guys can see over here, you can revisit. You click on yes over here. You're going to revisit one of the coolest boss battles in the game. It's not necessarily a traditional boss battle, but this is the Yokaiju, which is so much fun. If you guys have ever played Mystical Ninja starring Goemon on Nintendo 64, that's exactly what this is, and it's so awesome. But Mystical Ninja starring Goemon on Nintendo 64 did this so much better. It was like full-fledged. But anyway, you can go fight that boss again whenever you want. Here's Nurse Tungus, ladies and gentlemen, a product of Yokai Fusion. It's the same Yokai Fusion that we know, that we've come to learn, which is going to be Tungus and Shmoopy. If you guys are looking for Shmoopy and Tungus, Tungus is going to be over here in Mount Wildwood, E rank in the bushes. So really not that hard to find. And of course, your favorite yokai, Shmoopy, MVP, best yokai in the game, right over here. C rank in Shopper's Row in the trees you can find. I found him in Nocturne Hospital on the top floors. But either way, fuse those two together, get yourself a Nurse Tungus, and then head on over to the Fortune Hospital. And once you do, you'll be able to find this baffle board right over here. Enter Nurse Tungus into there. Tungus spelled T-O-N-G-U-S. Little hard to spell there. You want to throw an extra U in there, right? Maybe. Anyway, Nurse Tungus right on board. So this one's another interesting one. You can absolutely call her on board, and what she does is she gives you free medicine. And no, we're not talking about Pastor Thomas and his medicine that he tries to force upon you along with tasty pasta. No, we're not talking about that. No, we're talking about bitter medicine and some other medicine that you may need in order to revive your yokai if they're fainted in battle. So yeah, I'll give you some strong medicine like a good nurse should. Huh. Yeah, all the best medicine is bitter, dear. Hold your tongue. Yes, ma'am. Not that I actually feel bad. I'm ready when you are. So anyway, you talk to her one more time and you'll get some of this stuff. But again, like if you guys are playing Yokai Watch Blasters T, if you guys are playing the games where your yokai are really that strong, this baffle board is really not anything. So here's Sgt Burley. Sgt Burley will be needed for our next baffle board, and this one is definitely one of the better ones that you're needed for. So right over here, you guys can auto befriend Sgt Burley in the later chapters of the game simply by visiting the Blaster's house. Very cool, right? So the moment that you get Sgt Burley, you need to stop what you're doing and you need to head all the way over to the Springdale Sports Club on the very top floor. And then once you do, you can find a baffle board for Sgt Burley. Now, the way that you're going to spell his name is absolutely going to be SGT period space Burly. So once you have spelled it correctly like that, you're going to be able to summon Sergeant Burly over here. Definitely not Professor Burly. No. He hasn't leveled up that high. It goes Sergeant Burly, Bison Burly, and then Professor Burly in Yokai Watch 4. Watch. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so what happens here is that he's going to give the whole spiel about his brand new workout program called YZAP. And everyone on board is going to love YZAP because it's his new thing, and that's what you're going to have to work out for. So, Hailey and then everyone else, we're just ready to join YZAP. It's what it is. You got to get into tip-top shape. So it looks like Sergeant Burly is a yokai that other people can see, which is kind of interesting to me. That always kind of like blurred the line. Like, which yokai are able to be seen, which yokai can't. It's a little interesting, right? Because, you know, we were taught at the beginning, oh yeah, you need a yokai watch in order to see yokai. But yet, these guys are doing these fitness routines right next to Hailey Anne, and I don't know if they see Salty Bacon and Steak King or whatnot, but anyway. So what happens is that Burly is over here, and he is inspiring everyone to pretty much do all sorts of Burly's beat camp moves. Up 2 3 po, man, that's it. Doobie doobie don don doobie zuba. Doobie doobie don don doobie zoob. How many of you guys remember that? It was a good time. I remember me and Joey, Whisper's voice actor, we were dancing to that in real life, and we did feel the burn. It was awesome. You guys know that video is so cool. So this is it. Listen. You get more GP and more experience earned from battles. How helpful is that? All right. So anyway, that's one of the more helpful ones. Next up is Kelpa Cabana. Kelpa Cabana is an evolution of Wigglin, as we've learned from previous iteration of Yokai Watch. We got Wigglin over here, the very, very nice one of the dancing trio. You can find him in downtown Springdale in the ocean. Of course, you can find him in many other places. Once you level him up and get him going through evolution via Holy Exporb, Mega Exporb, whatever Exporbs are just naturally leveling up with the boost from Sergeant Burly on getting even more experience points, head on over to the Sunset Mall with your Kelpa Cabana over here in the B1 area, and you'll be able to find the Baffle Board right over here. Heartful Tribe, star of the Seaweed World, has hordes of fans as well. So there's a lot of seaweed yokai. I mean, you've got the dancing trio, you got Kelpa Cabana, you've got your seaweed sensei. There's a lot of them out there. And this one's actually kind of funny. I really enjoyed this entire little mini scene. Because this mini scene, there's a little bit of humor written into the dialogue. So instead of just saying, oh yeah, bring Kelpa Cabana over here, I want to show this to you guys in case you guys don't want to do it. So, welcome everyone to the Stage of the Stars. Oh, everyone enjoy yourselves and let's dance. So there we go. And everyone just dances. It's so cool. Hey, you guys too. Come here and let's dance. One, two, 1, 2. Feel the beat. So the only dance moves that Hailey Anne knows is the Burly Beat Camp 1, 2, 3 po dance. That's interesting. And then Groovalicious comes. Oh, let me join too, baby. Yeah, Groovalicious has been an NPC from the very beginning, from Yokai Watch 1, with his shades and his awesome dance moves and afro. So this is hilarious. So to a bystander, that's really all you're gonna see over there. Right over here, a little girl comes up. Hey, mama, what are those men doing? Oh no, dear, don't look at them. So that's interesting, like, what are those men doing? Maybe it was written in a way that they thought that you were gonna go there with Nate and Groovalicious at the same time? What are those men doing? Hailey Anne got it. I don't know. Let's just not talk about that. So of course the little girl can't see the yokai, so it would just be 2 random people dancing on stage, and the mom just drags her away. So that's pretty hilarious. So the whole point of this thing, other than the weird cutscene, of course, with dancing, is using the dancing stars. Some of you guys are wondering, hey, Abdallah, what do I do with all these dancing stars that I'm collecting from from finding them on the floor, getting them from the bonus things. But yeah, you use the dancing stars just like in Yokai Watch 1 and 2. You can get different dancing poses or wind poses. You guys can see over here. They cost a couple, so you guys can see that this is the wind pose 1, this is the wind pose number 2, and then if you spend the dancing stars, you can get wind pose number 3, where Gizmo falls asleep and goes to the bed. So I think that one would actually be a little bit more fitting for Gizmo. And this one costs 5 stars as well, so this one is him chasing his tail. So you can do this with any and all yokai. In case you're tired of the same wind pose, you can absolutely change them up based on whatever yokai you want. Alright. Next up is going to be Miradox. You're going to need Miradox on board, and as we know, Miradox is a product of Yokai Fusion. Head on over to BBQ Fusion or the Shoten Temple, you'll be all set. So SB is one of the ingredients that you're going to need. You can find SB in the Nocturne Hospital, and SB naturally fuses with Mirapo as well. So you can find random Mirapo in the Excellent Tower Gardens. So head on over there, find both those yokai, bring them to either of the places, and you'll be all set. Now, this is an interesting quest because you're going to need a particular key. Now, a lot of people are going to be zooming in this video for this exact information, so keep that in mind, that in order to find this baffle board, you will need a particular apartment key. These apartment keys are strewed all throughout, but if you're over here in Harrisville Station Plaza and you check the trash can, you will indeed find the key that you need. Apartment B 301. Excellent. It's such a needle in a haystack in the gigantic world of Yokai Watch to find this one key in this one trash can in that one sparkling spot every given time is pretty tough. So bust out your Mirapo, and of course the pocket Mirapo if you have it. Warp on over to the Tranquility Apartments. Now these Tranquility Apartments have been pretty interesting throughout the history of Yokai Watch. You found Snartle, you found Old Fortune, you found a whole bunch of weird yokai in them, but head on over to the B one, and this is B301. So you guys can see that there are indeed 4 different rows. So we're going to use the key, we're going to go to B301, and we're going to take off our shoes, of course, because that's the right thing to do. Now this apartment's been in shambles. This is very interesting. You just take a look at it, right? The curtains are wrecked. You've got like a little drawer with like broken glass. Looks like a curio cabinet that has broken glass in it. It just looks like overall dirty. So I'm curious as to who upkeeps the apartments. Who's the landlord? And like no wonder no one's living in there because you didn't clean it up. So anyway, this is Miradox, M-I-R-A-D-O-X. Don't call me Vanipo. Whatever you do, don't call me Vanipo. Anyway, so it's Miradox. So now that you have Miradox, you fuse your SB, you fuse your brand new Mirapo, we're going to call Miradox over here. And this is going to be like a little quest that we're going to go on with intervening with people's lives in the past and affecting their future. Which is kind of weird, but anyway. So let's do this. Warp to the past. We're going to go. Now this is very limited. It's not like we're going to go all the way to the past like we've done in Yokai Watch 2. Where, you know, we go meet up with Nathaniel Adams and we learn about the old Yokai Watch. No, it's nothing like that here in this game. You're limited to this top floor. Now we're over here in Shopper's Row in the past. Alright, and you're kind of looking around like, alright, well, what the heck do you do over here? Like, okay, like, is there anything really to do? Where am I? You can see that the curtains, if you take a look, the curtains are like all brand new. The curio case over there, the glass is all intact. So I was kind of wondering like, where am I? Like, what is happening over here? So you notice some other people just blocking the way. I hope things go well for him. He's a good role model for our son. So we don't know who he's talking about. It's a mystery. We go into this room. It's the exact same room. It's unoccupied in B304 in the past. You guys can see that text box over there. We're going to go into B303, and we're going to notice that... please, can I share my conundrum with you? There's this person that I like, and I've been wondering whether or not to tell them. It's a girl who lives in the apartment next to mine. I mean, it was love at first sight for me, but we've hardly said hello yet, so maybe it's a bit too soon to tell her how I feel. Do you think I should tell her right away? You have an option of clicking yes or no. I honestly don't know what happens when you click on no, so I'm going to tell him, you know what? Yes. If you have feelings for someone, you should definitely share them. Life lessons with Abdallah, that's totally it. So anyway, we're going to go next door. We're going to see exactly what happens. What kind of truth unfolds over here? So here's the girl. Huh. I wonder how he feels about me. Ah, please tell me you didn't hear that. So she is very curious about him. You guys can see that. There's some sort of chemistry going on over here. So I told him, you know what? Yes, go out there and do it. You know what? Muster up the confidence. Tell her how you feel. And instead of living with regrets for the rest of your life, you gotta take that chance and you gotta do it. Like we're talking about Yokai Watch, which is a kid's game, but no, these are actually real things that you can apply to your real life. So better do it and, you know, see the consequences there than not have done it at all, especially when it comes to this. So anyway, take it with a grain of salt. So now that we go back into the future, back to the present time, we're going to go over here into these rooms, and we're going to see exactly what's going on. So right over here in B302, it's a shambled apartment. Where did the girl go, right? She was hanging out in 302. Let's go in 303. And what do you know? There's 3 people here. Okay. So there's a young woman. Did I forget to lock up? And then, of course, there's a man. Can you imagine the joy of having a wife and kids? With just an ounce of courage and a single word, your whole world can change. I have family because I found the courage to express myself. If you're ever faced with a decision, be sure you don't regret it. That's right, Dad is always smiling whenever he looks at me. And for some reason, I always laugh when I look at my dad. It's good to smile. It's good to laugh. You know, I'm in such a good mood that I'm going to give you this. Ta-da! Hey, it's the Ring of Fate. Every day is so much fun. So what had happened was these two ended up getting married and they had a kid based off of the recommendation of you telling him to, I guess, say yes. And you got an item called the Ring of Fate, which is a garbage item anyway. Tell me in the comments what happens when you say no. I'm curious about that. Anyway, we got Santa over here, Old Saint Trick, Southmont in the trees. You can find him. He's a C rank. Really not that hard to get. Toss him some forbidden fruit. Toss him whatever the food he needs. But this one is actually really good. Very helpful. A lot of people ask this question as well. I've noticed in the comments of my video. So anyway, head on over here. Shoppers Row. You guys remember where the abandoned hospital is? Where the donut shops are. Where Shoppers Row is at. Yeah. Come on over here. You'll be able to find this baffle board. We're going to summon Evil Santa. No, I'm kidding. We're going to summon Old Saint Trick and... finally, we're gonna have something to do with all those coin fragments that we've been collecting from Blaster's Tea, from finding them on the ground, from various little prizes that we've won. There's a lot of things happening with this thing. So anyway, you can trade 8 coin fragments for 1 coin. So finding a lot of the 1-star coin fragments are really easy. So I had a lot of those. I had 21 of them. You guys can see on screen over here. I've got special coin fragments. I got 4 of them. And then 5-star coin fragments. I had 3 at the time. So, I mean, I can make a 1-star coin. I mean, that's pretty cool. You get some good yokai out of that if you really wanted to. But historically, 1-star coins aren't that great. But anyway, you might be better off in the Cranky Kai than I am. All right, next up is Snobbery. Snobbery over here. You could find her in Breezy Hills in the streams. Once you do, this will be a great way of attaining the S-rank Yokai Watch once you have access to the Snobbery Baffle Board. I think she's a B rank or something. But anyway, we got a Cyborg Y alert over there. Yeah, Cyborg Y. Is that the real Cyborg Y? Y is here. Anyway, so incredibly stuck up, bosses others around. Hurry up already. So this is Snobbery. Now we're going to use her in order to max out the items that can be carried in this Every Mart right in Breezy Hills. So keep that in mind. Now, typically the Every Mart in Breezy Hills has a bigger selection than every other Every Mart, simply because it also has the Shrimp Rice Ball, which is arguably the best rice ball in the game. So once you're able to summon Snobbery over here, you'll be able to access even more items in the shop of this Every Mart. So this can totally help you out if you're looking at purchasing a golden doll in order to S-rank your watch. Some people have been confused about that as well. Like, where do you buy a golden doll? I sold all of mine. Like, I'm kind of stuck here. This is what you can absolutely do. So, the lineup of goods on sale at the convenience store is just so low class. This is Breezy Hills after all. We do have to keep up appearances. That lineup is really low class, don't you agree? And then, yeah, sure, we could say something like that. It needs to be high class. That would solve all of our problems. Well, now that's settled, there's not a moment to lose. Boom! You can buy expensive goods at the Every Mart in Breezy Hills. We're going to say goodbye to Cyborg Y. That's why I'm coming over here, just to kind of say, hello, hey, dude. Or maybe that's Cyborg W. Maybe Cyborg Z? I don't know. We'll see. Is the real Cyborg Y?
Welcome.
So this dude over here, you're gonna talk to him, and now he's starting to sell some really good stuff. Get past everything, and now you have 3 things. You've got choice tuna, marbled beef, and of course the golden doll. So you can buy one of each of these things over here. I don't know why you'd want to buy marbled beef when you can just get a forbidden fruit from playing Blaster's Tea infinitely. But the main thing that you want over here is the golden doll in case you're looking at upgrading your S rank watch. That's as simple as that. So here's Ghostess, the hostess with the mostest. It's Ghostess. So Ghostess can be found in the Breezy Hills Gardens. Gizmo, come here. So yeah, head on over to the hot springs. You guys remember where that is. It's right next to Timers and More. And come on over to this area where these little kids are watching a panda show on TV. And there is absolutely going to be a baffle board right over here that you guys can take a look at. Ghostess, the best hostess. And this is actually a good one. I've been thinking that a lot of these are a little bit useless. Like, you don't really need half of these things. But you should be able to use this one a lot more, at least every single day, I would think so. So here we go. This is Ghostess, and now what she does is she's gonna give you a nice relaxation massage. She's gonna allow you to do one really cool thing with the Crank-a-kai, so stick around. Let's take a look. So that's Ghostess to the Yokai hotspot,
Dressed up.
and it's the Ghostess massage salon. Oh, I wonder what a yo massage is like.
Here you are.
She's got, like, her hair are like arms. They're fully articulate arms, which is kind of creepy, but I guess that would make for like the best masseuse, right? A Ghostess? Anyway. So we're gonna get a souvenir as well. So pride yourself on hospitality, no reservation required. Come anytime you'd like. And I recommend coming once a day, right? Just do it once a day. So here we go. We'll start with the Tired No More massage. Hey, wow, this feels good. My yokai seem happy too. So, of course, you can get all of your... It's like going to an IPO. Great. Now for the More Cranks massage. Ooh, this feels so good. I might get addicted. And now you get one more crank at the Crank-a-kai. Hey, and that's the end. So you can open your eyes and you're going to get a little souvenir of the entire thing that happened over here. So this is great. So, we're gonna get some milk. Occasionally you'll get like different kinds of milk. You'll get an amazing milk, sure. But the best thing about her is the fact that you get one more crank. Yes, you can get 31 max cranks in the game thanks to her. Next up is gonna be Alou, your favorite of the 3 brothers, Ilu, Alou, and Alou. You're gonna head on over here to Sparkopolis, hopefully warping from your detective agency. And right next to the theater is going to be the baffle board where you will need Alou. And I did show you on screen where exactly you get Alou, so you guys can take a look at that. But of course, Alou is very easy to get. Very simple. So he's got magnificent eyebrows. He's got the best ability in the game. And he's totally not the most annoying yokai out of the Cranky-kai and Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble for sure. He's a great teacher and he holds a small staff. So, anyway, come on out, my friend, calling Alou. Now, if you guys remember the anime episode with Alou, he was giving a lot of different illusions for Nate, which was really hilarious. And that's kind of why I think Alou is probably like the best one out of all of them, because he's got a little bit more of a personality, at least I feel. But other than that, you can now travel to the Daydream Domain. If you guys remember this, we were playing as Hailey Anne when we just out of nowhere stepped into this crazy hoaxy-coaxy world. So you can explore around here and see exactly what's going on. There's some yokai that are going to be hidden over here. You can find all of them. You can walk around. You can visit Made in Heaven. You can go to the theater. There's a lot of cool things that you can do. So I suggest going into the Daydream Domain, kind of exploring on and seeing what you can see in order to fully enjoy that part of the chapter that we only got to experience once. So I really like those little mushroom dudes. They're kind of cute. Anyway, ladies and gents, let me know in the comments what you found in the Daydream Domain. So here's Wazat. Now, Wazat is historically known for the same thing. Now, you can find him in downtown Springdale in the bushes. E rank, very simple. Once you go over to the Greenfield Station, if you're familiar with where the Hazy Lane is, you can jump on board with Wazat's area. So just type in his name. You'll be able to summon him on this baffle board, and you guys should be all set with nicknaming and removing nicknames of any of the yokai that you have made. If you received a yokai that has a nickname from a trade, unfortunately, it cannot be removed. So keep that in mind when you're nicknaming yokai and sending them to your friends. Just don't do that. Just send them the regular nickname so that they can nickname it whatever they want. And one of the other cool things is, in case you came across a yokai where you didn't get to see their alternate names, you can jump on board with Wazat. You can click on them, anyone you want, and you can see exactly what their nicknames are. And I love that. That's one of the things that I've come to love since Yokai Watch 1 is seeing what the default nicknames are, because the level 5 development team, they've actually put, you know, thoughts into this. So any yokai that you want, if you want to retake a look at any of their 4 default nicknames to see if there's any hidden details, go for it. So here's Vacuumery, and that's Gizmo, by the way. Vacuumery is going to be a source of yokai fusion with Flushback and, of course, the vacuum cleaner. Hi, dude. Okay, fine. Anyway, the vacuum cleaner is easily gotten from one of the yokai circles. One of the very first yokai circles. Go watch my yokai circles video. You'll see exactly which yokai you need for that. But fuse the Flushback with the vacuum cleaner, and you will get Vacuumery. Now spell that correctly. Remember, there's 2 U's in Vacuumery. And head on over to Bada Bing Tower. Bada Bing Tower is pretty cool. So Vacuumery is, I want to say, he's kind of like he was in Yokai Watch 2, where you can summon him over there, and then you can battle Dame Dead Time over and over again in order to get medicines, or in order to get experience points. But no, you're not going to want to do too much of that over here. You can probably use him once or twice, but ultimately what he does is he allows you to jump on board the UFO and battle Go 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 Godfather or the Ghoul Father one more time so that you can relive that moment in memory. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to do that because it's totally not worth doing. So anyway, one of the hardest yokai. Hey, can I borrow a Mr. Sanma? Anyone have a Mr. Sanma? Yeah, I hear it all the time. Anyway, here's regular Sanma. You're going to need Sanma over here in Mount Wildwood in the bushes. In order to get the sand suit, for Mr. Sanma, you got to play Granny Edna's little triangle game, and it's a last triangle prize. So yeah, save up at least 15 to 20 of those tickets, and then try your luck at it. Just pretty much buy out everything. And if it's not in there, then keep on sleeping until it is ready. So you guys can see over here, once you have Mr. Sanma, by fusing the Sanma and that sand suit, head on over to the detective agency. Go on, accept the quest with this little static kid. And then once you do, visit the business tower at night. And once you're at the business tower at night for this particular quest, you'll be needing to find Mr. Sanma to finish the quest off in order to battle He Knows All. If you guys are curious of what this entire episode looks like, we did one. It was called like He Knows All or something like that. You guys can take a look at the Let's Play episode to see exactly what goes on behind this building. So here's your baffle board. This baffle board is not necessary by any means. It's not story. It's one of the most optional ones within the game, but that means that this is going to be the last one too. I'm super excited for it. So yeah, I've got Gizmo here. It is going to be Mr. Dot. You have to put that period over there. Mr. Sanma. So one of the things too is if you don't have enough of those lottery tickets, I would say keep on searching all sorts of places, nooks and crannies in order to get them. And then keep on sleeping until you have the sand suit as one of the last triangle prizes. And then just dump all of your tickets in order to get it. That's really how you're going to beat the system of Granny Edna's in order to get that sand suit. Or, of course, you could just comment in the comment section of all my videos, hoping that someone will trade you or let them borrow the Mr. Sandsuit so that you can finish off this He Knows All quest. So, yeah, we've done this one. He's a relatively hard yokai to get, Mr. Sanma, but I'm pretty sure that with a little bit of patience and a little bit of grinding for those lottery tickets, you guys will be able to do it as well. So, Static Kid is here for an interview with Mr. He Knows All. And what happens is, oh, what do you know? There's a door there. I could not have told. I couldn't tell. Anyway, so we're going to go in there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the final baffle board within the entire game. So, what did you guys think? Was that awesome? And yeah, we had Gizmo come on board. He meowed a little bit, and then he was a little naughty earlier. Gizmo Nyan says thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode and it helped you out, be sure to smash that like button and share the video with friends so that we get more people on board with showing where every single one of the baffle boards is within the game so that you guys are all aware of it. Let me know in the comment section below which of these baffle boards you enjoyed the most and let me know why. My favorite is probably like Green Gramps. I like that one a lot because I do run my Yokai cleaner like every half an hour or something like that. So yeah, I like that. And if you put the Cyborg Y metal inside the Yokai cleaner, you'll get nothing but trash, which is pretty good for grinding on those starry spangles. Anyway, another tip for you guys. So if you guys like this video, you know what to do. If you guys have some more time, watch the newest video on the channel there, watch the playlist here, recommendations there, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you're updated on the latest and greatest Yokai Watch content on YouTube to date. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.